next storyteller. You might have heard a few of her stories before. She's a wonderful storyteller, Lockport resident. Let's welcome Amy Curtis.
I think that's a good height. Yeah. I don't even think I need my glasses. I typed this up so big. We'll see. The training wheels came off my blue Huffy bike in the early summer of 1970. Learning to ride my bike did not come easily to me. It wasn't a one-day thing. I can see my mom and dad and my sister Lisa walking up the hill after dinner, me walking with my bike, up to Rainey's Lane, the street at the top of the hill from our house. Rainey's Lane had a 2-block stretch of flat road, and this is where I was to learn to ride my two-wheeler. My mom and my sister standing on the corner watching, and my dad behind me, jogging along behind me with his hand on the bar of the back of that white banana seat, letting go and then having to grab on again because the handlebars were wobbly and I couldn't stay balanced in motion. In evenings, it was my dad who tried to help me learn to ride a bike, and in the daytime, it was a neighborhood girl and my sometimes babysitter, Kathy Benson, who gave it a shot. But I couldn't get the hang of it until I did. It happened. My dad jogging behind me and then letting go, and me, my handlebars straight, balanced, in motion, all by myself. I was riding a bike. What a thrill. 6-year-old me felt amazing, victorious. I had accomplished this most impossible feat. I was riding a bike all by myself. The air on my face, the breeze lifting my hair off my neck, me and my bike moving together as one. Well, it was just the most marvelous thing ever. My mom hadn't done anything to help me to teach me to ride, but she did make its one rule: gym shoes. Those summer bare feet of mine were fine, but not when riding the bike. If I was gonna ride, I had to put my gym shoes on, and that's what I did all summer. Put my gym shoes on and walked my bike up the hill to the flat stretch of Rainey's Lane, and then Oakley and Ridge, the long flat blocks just further away, and I rode. I don't remember each of the specifics, but I do remember how good it felt to ride. The more vivid memory I have about riding my bike is from the same summer and one specific day. It's around dinner time, and I'm outside on the driveway with my bike. Not going anywhere, just being there with my bike before dinner. And another one of the neighborhood girls, one of the older ones, this one, Judy Mott, she rides up on her bike and she stops at the driveway and she says, "Do you want to go for a bike ride with me?" It's almost dinner time and I'm outside in bare feet, and I know I should say maybe later or after dinner, or tell her, okay, but I have to go put my shoes on first. But it's Judy Mott, an older girl, asking me if I want to go on a bike ride. And I know I should say no, but I don't. I say yes. Instead of walking our bikes up the hill towards the flat streets of Rainey's Lane, Oakley, and Ridge, Judy turns her bike around and heads down the hill toward the more hilly streets in the neighborhood. And I get on my bike and I follow her. And it's not even like a bike ride together because I'm really just following behind her, trying to keep up, but falling behind. And she's gone all the way up the street, up to Highland, and she's turned 1 block over towards Irving Avenue. Irving is a street in the neighborhood that's like a ski slope. It's a very big, very steep hill. So steep it almost goes straight down. And I know this. And I'm scared. but I follow her around the bend and I head down the hill anyway. And then my hands and the handlebars start shaking and I'm wobbling and I'm going way too fast and I hit a stone. And I don't so much fall off of my bike as topple over the top of it and skid along the street and tumble to the side of it near the ditch and the graveled edge. It was bad. I'm glad I don't remember the all of it. There was a woman who stopped her car, picked me up, put me in the back seat where she had Kleenex, and she just pulled out Kleenex and was putting it all over me. I don't know who she was or how she knew where I lived, but she brought me home. The story goes, as my sister Lisa tells it, that she and my mom were in the dining room sitting on the stairs looking out the window when the car pulled up. What must I have looked like? Because according to Lisa, my mom said, "Oh my God, look at that poor little girl." And it was Lisa who knew it was me. "That's not a little girl," she said, "that's Amy." It was bad, not hospital bad, but bad enough that my mom took the little green wooden chair of mine from my Lisa's bedroom and set it right in the bathtub to clean and patch me up. I was bleeding from everywhere, my knees, my arms, my ankles, my face. Photos from my 7th birthday party in September, you can still see the scabs on my face from the fall. The fall, the memory of it, parts of it at least, are seared in my memory, always have been. But remembering when I learned to ride my bike, the joy of riding my bike on long flat stretches, remembering that is only because of Lisa. My sister Lisa and I talk nearly every day, but we're not much for chit-chat. Our conversations are mostly like a cross between a podcast, an Al-Anon meeting, and a therapy session all rolled into one. Recovery, self-care, sobriety, spirituality, our souls, grief, growth, these are the things that we talk about. Lisa calls it all love school, and we spend most of our conversations in class. So it may sound strange to you, but it is totally on par for us. When sometime last fall, Lisa tells me about a meditation she did. She came across it on the app Insight Timer, an inner child guided visualization. She tells me how she did it and she wants me to do it too. So that Saturday I go to Lisa's house and sitting at her kitchen table, she pulls out her phone, goes to the app, finds the meditation and hits play. And this is what we're doing together on a Saturday afternoon, a guided inner child visualization. With lilting sound, not quite music, but calming sounds playing as background, a voice guides you to take deep breaths, to ride along with the breath to the center of you, the who you are, who you've always been. Feel it, the voice says, and see what comes to mind as you hear. Inner child self. See a place come to you. See who comes to mind. And in my mind's eye, I see. It's sunny, but it's late afternoon or early evening, and there's both shadow and light spilling across the driveway. And I see her, 6-ish-year-old me. Her light brown hair, it's not freshly brushed. She's barefoot, and she's standing there with her blue Huffy bike, her hands on the handlebars holding it up. I approach her and crouch to match her height. As guided in the meditation, I talk to her. I ask her how she is, and she tells me she's good. And she asks me how I am, and I tell her I'm just so happy to see her and to be here with her. And I ask her, if you could have anything you want, what would it be? And she tells me, I just want to practice riding my bike. And she asks me the same question, and I tell her, I only know I want to be with you. We say our goodbyes. There are more deep breaths. and then a return to the present moment, to the kitchen table with Lisa. It was a wild 16-minute thing. Remarkable, really. Because it was only after that meditation that those early summer memories came back to me. And that wouldn't have happened if not for Lisa. The whole thing stuck with me. Months later, sometime after the holidays, I'm in Walmart. I'm there for laundry detergent and cat litter. And I get those items, and then all of a sudden I end up on the other end of the store in sporting goods, standing in front of a row of bikes. Did you know Walmart has Huffies?
Yeah.
All these months since that Saturday in our inner child guided visualization, I've got bike on the brain. And I've given a lot of thought to this. And the thing is, I know I don't want to be a cyclist. I don't have a desire to hook a bike up to a rack on the back of my car and start riding trails. That's not happening. And I don't see me using a bike as a mode of transportation. I don't see me riding to Burcott's for a gallon of milk. There's really no justification for one, but I can't shake it. It's like the words Lisa said when the car pulled up to the house and she knew it was me. They keep rolling around in my head, only it's me saying them about her, the girl who came to me in my mind's eye. That's not a little girl, that's Amy. I remember her. She's still in here, and the thought won't go away. So damn if I don't think I gotta get a bike, because she and I, we just want to ride. Woo!